We're going to call Capital Outlay Committee meeting to order. We can do a roll call. Miss Amanda?
That's right.
Ms. Abrams,
Here.
Mr. Anthony,
Here.
Ms. Dominguez,
She's here.
Mr. Duncan,
Here.
Mr. Moore,
Here.
Mr. Piazza,
Here.
Ms. Richards,
Present.
Mr. Toller,
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Here.
I'm present.
All right. I'm doing stand for Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like, I walked her.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, gotta get to the right meeting. Let's see.
All right, moving to Finance, Mr. McNeely.
So this is the quarterly report showing purchase orders that were issued during the second quarter of the year for capital outlay funds, and then the rest of it is maintenance funds. That's part of the policy that we adopted last year.
Anybody have any
No action is
questions?
needed. It's just
But I love seeing this. Thank you.
Has everybody been getting their emails when something for a small capital outlay needs to be approved?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's great.
All right. No questions, no community questions? We're going to move on to facilities. The HVAC.
HVAC conversions, if you can pull that up. Charlie had to go home today. So we're trying to move from the water source units to the PTACs, so we wanted to update you. We did get court approval today on the electrical improvements at Kentwood, which has been delaying this. So we plan to put air-to-air PTACs in Kentwood High School. Hopefully we can still get that done during the Mardi Gras break and get away from these 30, 40, 50-year-old water loop systems that, as you know, today we had a failure of a boiler at Hammond Eastside starting school. This was working yesterday and it wasn't working this morning. Natalbany, we can begin converting it from water source to air PTACs during the Easter break and should be finished by the end of the school year. The big monster, Laranja High School, Laranja Middle, Laranja Elementary are all on one loop system that when Laranja loses water pressure, we lose air conditioning or we lose heat. So we're going to go out and price what it's going to take to convert that entire system. We'll have to come back to you with that one, obviously. And any more? Ponchatoula, we just upgraded. Hammond Eastside Lower, yep. That one, we're not going to completely get away from the air-to-air, the loop system. But as y'all are aware, there's classrooms, the ones that are on the high school side of the building, they're fine in the mornings, and then they'll get hot in the evening. So we're going to try to add some air-to-air PTACs to those classrooms to give an additional air conditioning, climate control for those classrooms where we're having problems.
You said we're not going away from the loop system there? Is there a particular
We're not
reason?
totally going away from the loop system there just yet. The first thing we're going to do is going to try to fix those classrooms, and then that school and Ponchatoula and then Hammond ultimately would be ones that still have those loop systems that we would have to begin looking. But just wanted to show you what we're doing immediately to address
So this way that would go in another phase, pretty much. Okay.
Right.
Is the plan to package these up like in small packages, like one school, bid it out, get quotes, and then award that? And then
Yes.
keep moving?
Right. And the PTAC units, if I remember, they're like $1,400, and the water source units are $4,000. So it's a whole lot cheaper. When a teacher has a failure, those are things we can work on ourselves. We don't have to call a contractor in to work on the air-to-air. So we just believe it's going to save money system-wide, and we're going to have a lot more reliability.
And then electrical changes, obviously.
Some have major electrical changes, some very minor, because some of the water source units plug in, and we'll just be able to, we basically just need to stop the pipes of the water, put it in, and they're ready to go. But some of them we will have to change some of the electrical. And Charlie would know all that if he was here. He could tell you which ones.
Didn't we have a bunch of those units already stocked up that we bought at one time, a bulk? Or
We, through ESSER, there was some P-TACs, and those are actually being installed. So that we've been in the process of our guys.
Anybody have any other questions? Anything, any input? Nobody? All right, we're going to move down to facilities updates. Mr. Byrne?
He's had to have a procedure done today, so he's not in. Would you want to go through these, or do you want to just table it and we'll let him give a report at a later meeting?
These pictures?
Yeah, just show the pictures.
Yeah, just update, it's good.
If I
Yeah,
could
yeah,
go
we're
to the
not-
bottom,
Go to the last.
go
click
to the
on
last one,
There we-
it would do, it has
Yeah,
the
that's
whole,
it.
right there.
The board presentation?
I thought that if you scroll down through that, it has
Yeah.
those same pictures, I thought.
I think it does.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good to see.
Oh, it was
some
the
of
one you
those
closed. It
projects.
actually did have it. While we're here, if we can discuss, Mr. Moore, you had asked us to look into asphalting the Greenville Park, the entire area. If you'll scroll up just a little bit, Amanda, that was that quote. We got a quote. Other way.
Well, we spoke about
There we go.
paving, asphalt would be fine, but
So the low quote that we got was from Ronald Booty for $318,000. Really a lot more than we thought it was going to be. At that pricing, if you go over $250,000, we have to have an engineer and we have to go out for sealed bids. So we need some direction from the capital outlay if you want us to hire an engineer to design that and to go out for bid.
what was the, I mean, I know it's nice to have asphalt or concrete, but what was the other reason? Was there a reason?
It's that semicircle in Greenville Park and all the buses park there, and it's muddy. We had looked at maybe trying to park them across the street where the teachers' parking is and swap them out, but there's an issue at, I think, the church next to that. So I was just bringing this information back. So
this is an issue that, that two principals now have brought that up. And the city councilman in Hammond for that area has also been concerned about the buses being parked under that.
We're not talking about the buses, we're talking about asphalt versus
Talking about that,
gravel.
we're talking about.
So the asphalt-
Asphalt versus what?
So the asphalt won't solve the bus parking. We're still gonna park buses there,
Yes,
but we're just talking about adding asphalt to the parking lot.
yes.
So the
We're
question,
talking about paving it. It doesn't, asphalt, concrete,
What is there now, just mud?
grass and mud.
Yeah, there's no parking lot there now, but we park buses there is the
So
issue.
why can't we just do crushed concrete there?
limestone.
Limestone?
Limestone.
we can. We just
Yeah.
Why does it have to be
Well, we don't have
concrete?
limestone, if the teachers are gonna park there, every time we put limestone down, the teachers have complained about what kind of shoes they can wear while they're walking through there. Limestone is not a permanent fix. Neither is concrete, but it's a more permanent fix and a more convenient fix. And this is what we have at most of our schools.
Not mine.
Not mine.
Sumner has a huge gravel parking lot that everybody uses. Spring Creek has a huge gravel parking lot that everybody uses. I'm just saying, it's not unusual, and I don't mind looking at, if there's an issue, whether something's holding water or whether we need to do some work, I'm okay looking at it. But if we're just swapping out gravel for asphalt just because it's easier to walk on, we have to look at other schools as well to see where do we stop.
Ms. Rose?
Well, I have no problem with addressing issues at other schools. These are the schools that I have been getting inquisitions about the parking lots. The principals have been asking that we do something about the parking lots for.
Right, and last comment, and I'm gonna leave it alone. From what I remember, the complaints from the city that you expressed before was the fact that the buses being there in general. It wasn't that it was not asphalt, it was that the buses, they didn't like the fact that all the buses were parked there. So what I'm saying is, this won't stop that. We're still gonna park, I think the plan would still be to park the buses on the asphalt, but if that makes it better, that's a different story.
Well, part of the complaint that the buses were being parked there was that they were actually being parked in the grass and on the mud and creating that condition.
Ms. Robin?
Yes, go ahead, Ruth.
So, let's just clarify what we're talking about here. The parking lot across from the main campus is where the teachers park. The buses are parking inside the fenced area, in the grassy area, because we started condensing our buses to park all in the same spot. So the asphalt, or whatever this bid was for the grass area, not for the parking lot, right? So the parking lot, what's the issue with swapping and putting the buses out there, or something that the church don't want the buses parked there? Is that the deal?
Unsecured too.
I'm not sure if that lot's big enough to handle the buses. We would have to put a
It's not
fence
secured.
up and secure it. And I think the community uses that parking lot when we're not using it. And if we
Okay.
fenced it up, they wouldn't have access to it.
So
Who
in-
owns that property? The church does not own the property where the teachers park.
Correct.
Okay.
But it's gravel.
It's gravel, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm like, Tom, can we put, instead of doing $300-some thousand for asphalt, I mean, couldn't we make it better? Put, like at Shane Cooper, when we started parking the buses, they just extended the drive to make more gravel for them to park on versus grass?
I can get quotes on both. I
mean-
I wanted to bring this back. This was information that we requested. I was shocked how high it was. I didn't think it was going to be that much for asphalt there.
I agree. If it's got grass, we need to get that solved.
Yeah, it's just, they just started parking there when we decided to put all the buses in one spot.
I will get with the parish and see if this is a project they would be, like they did at Punch Tool, the buses
Yeah.
are parking. That's limestone. We paid for the limestone and they installed it,
And
which
it works
was a
fine.
good
I
deal.
mean, yeah.
Ms. Piazza?
Do we, I know we were looking at doing like a bus hub kind of thing with the old building, making it into like a maintenance shop almost for busing. Is there a way to maybe park buses there instead of having them on this location? Like, is that a,
It's the same location.
oh, same, so it's the same spot? Okay, never mind.
So are we going to use gravel and limestone for the parking spaces at the new construction at Anstua and,
It's already there.
yeah, what's already there?
Limestone.
Yeah, so this is gonna be our resolve, because, I mean, this is gonna create a problem, an
Yeah,
issue. If
that's
you're
what
gonna,
they
if you're gonna
have,
do
yeah.
limestone at these schools, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna put limestone.
Alta Vineyards
you're gonna
got limestone, DC Reeves has limestone, Punch Tool High has limestone, all of
I
it.
got limestone the last time.
Mr.
we did it.
McNeil.
See, and the question came up, we were
Will that
talking about
work
the new construction
For
about,
the circular drive
I
at
get it.
OW Dillon?
I get it. You know, that's what created the
You're
issue.
talking about limestone or parking?
For for the limestone?
Limestone's a little more expensive. Because of the dust in it, it will set up harder. So typically, if you put the gravel in first and try to see if that will work, because like at OW Dillon, that's on red clay. I mean, it is hard ground to begin with. But in places that you have moisture issues.
More?
I think that as they're using it, it just needs some more gravel. I told her to request
Okay.
that through maintenance, and we should be able to get the gravel out there.
Mr. Anthony? You had a question? Yeah. Okay. All right, anybody else?
So what I'm hearing is you would like for me to come back with prices for limestone.
Limestone
Okay.
Give us some options.
options.
Pretty much, I'm looking for consistency, so I don't get the questions.
All right, we're going to move on to 4 construction project updates. I guess you're just going to stay right there, Mr. McNeely.
I'm fixing to turn this over if we're doing I'll let Mr. Muse come back, and he's done a lot of wonderful things, and I want y'all to be able to see those pictures, and
I'd like to see it.
Everybody just look over their packet that you were given, and if you
Love
have
this
questions,
thing. Love it.
we'll ask Mr. Muse next time.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is good to see each of you since the holiday season. I think it's been a while since I've been here. We are going to run through this, and we do have one that will take a little bit longer, so I'll go through the other ones. If you have questions, we'll stop. You can go through. The first area is talking about the design standards and education specifications. We are working through this. I think one of the things that we are doing now is that we have put a deadline on ourselves for February so that your last capital outlay meeting for the month of February. We'll present you with those design standards and education specifications. And it's pertinent timeline-wise because we are trying to make sure that we're able to use these for phase 3 projects. Okay. Next slide. We have our electrical projects coming up. We've had some updates since this was submitted on last week for last week's meeting. We did get court approval today. The low bid is Sharkey, and we are scheduling a pre-construction meeting this week. That is the same for Kentwood. The low bid is Marks Electric. For Sumner and Chesbro, those pre-construction meetings are happening this week as well. All 4 of them are in the contract phase. We have our athletic tracks, Sumner, Ponchatoula, and Hammond. The area that we are in, up there it lists that we are in schematic design. We actually reviewed the submittal that we got, and it's more so in the design development stage. So at an effort to be able to kind of fast track these projects, we are going to accept their design development drawing set, submittal set, as their SD set as their DD set, okay? And it's just as an effort to be able to fast track those projects to make sure that we're in alignment with getting these tracks completed by August. One of the larger items for this has to do with the types of tracks. I know the last time that I was before you, we talked about the 2 different types. The current track, just a general surfacing track, and then you have the sandwich method, which was requested for us to look into. And you asked before, what's the cost difference? We're around $220,000 in cost that it will upcharge you for all 3 schools. One of those things that impacts that greatly is the maintenance. So with those, regardless of whether you do this track or not, maintenance is going to be the thing that you need to continue to do to upkeep these tracks. The longevity portion of that track that is $220,000 is not as a factor. It's not much as of a factor as you would think. There's about a 2 to 3 year extension of what you'll get from that $220,000 additional track than a base level
I'm sorry to
track.
interrupt you, but I thought it was double.
No, so we've done some research. There is a little bit of taboo on whether that track actually gives you the amount of time that they say that it does, but it seems as though that sandwich method is not necessarily giving you much extra life. What it is helping with is performance.
Oh, no, maybe you need a little research on that, because I'm getting it was double the extension of the track, which meant it was better to get a better track that's going to last double versus spending less money and having to replace it in 7 to 8 years. I mean, that's what I heard on it.
Well, the plan is that we're going to, that different surface, we'll make that an alternate, and so
Yes.
we'll be able to go out for bid and then bring them both back to
Okay.
y'all, and y'all can make the decision after we have real numbers.
Yeah, good.
We'll do that. I also have a packet that I can send out to you from a couple of designers who specialize in athletic tracks and sports, and they have some information that'll help you kind of decide where you want to go.
Okay, good.
Yes. Then we have Ponchatoula. So I'll invite them up as I am walking through this, but we have kind of come to an impasse at such. I think the last time we spoke, we were talking about the budget and where the scope aligns with the budget. So right now, we have been prioritizing trying to get the scope that we have in alignment with that $12.3 million budget. So we asked the architect to come up with a couple of options to help us get that back in play. We want them to present that for us so that you can see what those 2 options look like. We're looking at a 1-story versus a 2-story. So I want them to come up and kind of talk through so you can see what that's looking like.
Good evening.
Hello, how y'all doing? Do y'all have the images pulled up? So while they're getting that ready, just give you a little background info. So you may recall the last time we were here with a visual update for the project. The scope was a 2-story building, 18 classrooms, a full-service kitchen, not a warming kitchen, and then a dining hall for 500 students. And of course, the site work to go along with that. As Mackenzie mentioned, we're going through a scope alignment phase. It was determined that that amount of scope was exceeding the allotted budget. So we've done this scope alignment. We've come up with 2 options. One is the 2-story option, which is similar to what we had before, and we've also come up with a 1-story option. There's a little bit difference in cost, but there's not much difference. You know, when you look at pros and cons, of course, the 1-story takes up more space on site, right? One is very similar to what we had before. We wanted to look at it a little bit differently. So here's the option up on the screen. So this is option A. I mentioned this is similar to what we had before. It's a 2-story building, 18 classrooms with support spaces, 9 classrooms per floor. One of the things we did to try to get this better into the budget is reduce size of classrooms. Originally, we had Ponchatoula has a certain classroom size with closets. We went down to a bare minimum size for a 30 student classroom, so that saved on some space. We had some physical connections to the building before. Those are covered canopies now, which is similar to what the campus has. Currently, the project would have a warming kitchen and a 250 student dining hall. We would have options for alternates to improve the kitchen to a full service. And then we would also have an option to do a 250 student dining pavilion, not enclosed space, just a covered space. They do have a lot of outdoor dining that already happens, but there's not a lot of covered area other than the hallways, the corridors right now outside. So that would provide them the covered space, so even in inclement weather, they could still dine without, outside, without getting wet or anything like that. So that would be option A. And one thing I want to mention is that we heard from the board last time when we presented is that, they really wanted to maintain a drive connection between the southern part of campus and the northern part of campus, especially for game days, to help alleviate the traffic flow. So these options do still maintain that while giving the trash yard and also the, space for deliveries and parking. And then option B, the site features are similar. And so this is, like I said, it's a little bit longer, but a similar layout, 18 classrooms all on one story. And then we have the kitchen and the dining element is basically identical as far as planning. Warming kitchen and 250 student dining hall first. And then we have options for alternates for, expanding the kitchen to be a full service kitchen, and then also to do that 250 student dining pavilion.
Do we get anything back by going 1-story versus 2-story? I mean, are the classrooms bigger? Is there any?
The classrooms are the same size. Like I said, there's a little bit you get a little bit of a drop in the cost of the project. I'd say in the neighborhood of 3%, 3 to 5%. So it's not a lot.
To go which way?
To go to the 1-story. Yeah. So the 2-story has more construction to it. It's going to be a little bit more higher dollar. But again, you maximize your footprint within that 2-story, and you could potentially have, expansions of the school if need be in the future in that space you save by staying with the 2-story.
Is any other part of Ponchatoula a 2-story building?
I do not believe so.
No.
The gym is multi-story,
Is a little
yes.
higher, yeah.
Yes, but I don't think any classroom buildings
No classroom.
are multi-story.
Anybody else have any questions?
Can I see that first design again with the 2-story? I'm just curious on the kitchen area.
It doesn't matter. Y'all just need to pick so we can.
I don't know,
move on.
this is the first time I've seen this,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
didn't know there was a big issue going on.
Yeah, we just,
I would say the issue is, it's going to cost probably about $200,000 or $300,000 more to save that drive. The 2-story saves the drive. The 1-story takes that space.
I thought he said both save the drive.
there is,
Never mind.
so the drive does, it matters on where the drive connects. In this option, the drive connects to the concrete parking. In the option B, it extends it over to the, is that the east? Yes, the east, and that ties into the limestone parking. So you would still have access, it's just not as convenient as connecting right to the existing concrete.
I don't see how this campus can get bigger. I mean, if y'all get more students than this at Ponchatoula, y'all got to go somewhere else.
Definitely got to be another high school. Mr. Toller?
Yeah, I'd like to make one suggestion, and, I know everybody knows their area is obviously better than everybody else. And I'm not trying to circumvent our meeting by any means, but I would love to see these type of projects, sit down with 2 or 3 members from that area, go over it, hammer out the details, and then report back to what you would like to see us do.
Yeah.
Because I have no clue about the Ponchatoula campus and the best layout. The same way I'm sure Rose would look at me and say, you figure out Sumner and come back to the, so instead of trying to postpone meetings and delay other meetings. I mean, I
Well,
appreciate
that's-
all the firepower here, and I appreciate all the input, especially having the architects here. But I think we need to start at the district level.
Well, that's the thing,
That was
Tom.
my question,
We
too.
had a meeting with Theron, and we rearranged that thing several times, and I thought we had come to a solution. I had no idea we were doing any of this, so, you know, if we can have another meeting, Theron, and like he's saying, and because we didn't really
We can have this
realize there
meeting.
was an issue.
That-
Yeah.
Teams.
And I think Dr. Campanita needs to be included in this
Yeah, and
as
she
well.
was, and
And she was
and
in
her
the last one, yeah.
administrators too. I mean, we had
We
came
had
up
a
with a plan with Theron.
Big meeting.
I didn't realize that there was another issue and a whole nother diagram getting drawn. Nobody told us that, so.
We can have this meeting. I think it would be very beneficial to kind of iron out the details. The thing that is driving this is to ensure that we're able to not extend the time frame in which you're trying to expedite the project. For one of those reasons is, with the electrical projects, as we know with the court, that is creating some intricacies that we're trying to work through. It took us about 6 months to get an extension or to get an approval for some funds. So we are trying to maximize your budget and align it with the scope. So that's what happened. They came back with their numbers. As they get further along in their drawing set, they get more conclusive numbers because they get more data as they go along. They are able to define what kind of wall types, they're defining what the site is, what's happening with the site, what kind of footings they need. They're defining everything about this building the further along that they get so that they're able to put a more accurate number. So what's happening is the budget that was allocated originally is not giving you as much bang for your buck now in 2026 that it would then. So we are working to try to get us in alignment with what your main goals are so that we are able to ensure that you kind of achieve your final goal.
So, and I just want to echo what Mr. Toller said. So in the future, since we're doing phases 3 and 2 in the future, when we have something like this in this detail, please schedule a meeting before it comes to the board with the representatives of those areas. Because like I said, we know our districts better than some of our other board members, and our community is asking us questions, and me and Ms. Rose and Mr. Toller, Mr. Trent and Mr. Westmoreland have never seen these diagrams, and we're going to get questions from administration and people in the communities going, hey, well, I thought we were doing this, now we're doing this. And
If we
so,
do that.
just in future, if you don't mind, just keeping us in the
Let
loop.
me follow on the sword. This was my fault.
Okay.
This was not originally scheduled for tonight, but they got their work done. And so we said, hey, while we're meeting tonight, we can present it. You don't have to make a decision tonight.
Thank you.
We just were trying to present the information to where you can begin thinking 2-story or 1-story, because you were not aware that the funding, we have a court order that says here's what the budget is. We are trying to stay within that, even though that's still a hypothetical until it goes out for bid. We don't really know what the market price is.
Right.
Mr. Mayor, quick question. Is there an option to go from 18 classrooms to 16? Would that be an option for cost saving?
I would refer to the attorneys, because I believe the court order
we gotta
specifies
keep
the
our
number of
scope, we gotta keep our
classrooms
budget.
and the amount.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Any other questions about Ponchatoula?
Thank you.
Thank you. We also have NISM. There are some, as they're pulling it up, there are some plans on there. Nothing has changed since we last spoke. The only thing that is happening now is that they are in construction documents. We are in alignment with the schedule, alignment with the budget. Right about now, I put costs per square foot for these projects that we have them, and that's everything except, well, now Ponchatoula as well. We have those updated numbers today. I put cost per square foot so you can start to see where their estimating will be. As Jeff said, once these go out to bid, we'll get a hard number, but I want you to see the difference in where these numbers are showing now versus where they were a couple years ago. With that, one of the larger items for this is that NISM has a base bid for 2 types of additions of classrooms. So if the budget amount that is allotted right now for this project allows for the additions, 8 classroom addition. The budget right now shows that we can do about 2 additional classrooms, and that does not require us to get more funding. So we're working through to see, as of right now, it's an alternate, to see if we're able to accept it once we go out to bid. Any questions? The dates for groundbreaking are on there as well. We have Champ Cooper. Champ Cooper, as we know, I think the last time I spoke to you, we had a design kickoff early January. We went back and forth a while about 1-story, 2-story options. We have a groundbreaking set for February 2027 in lieu of us having a design kickoff. Any questions?
Groundbreaking February 27th,
2027.
a year from now?
That's why.
Why the delay? Is
Yeah.
that, yes?
Think it's a
Why?
year?
Yeah, why the
Plan it?
delay? I mean,
So,
we've been delayed
there's
for
a
4 years
contractual-
already.
There's a contractual period, contracts start when you do the design kickoff. So Holly and Smith's time frame to start their design project started when we hosted a design kickoff for them. By the time we were onboarded, they had not had a design kickoff. So what we were doing when we first came on with them was working through budget, scope, and aligning those things that you want for the project in order to be able to get those projects started, to avoid what's happening with, for instance, a Ponchatoula that has a budget that we're now in the design and we're trying to align the scope. So this project is just at a slower pace simply because they had, when we got the project, they had not yet had a design kickoff.
I'm
So
not
their
sure about the
contractual
design
dates.
kickoff, because I've got designs, we've had designs, we've redesigned and redesigned several times, and, I mean, in a whole year from now, if we don't even start a whole year from now, we're already out of room. We've been out of room for 3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there
I mean,
any-
I don't know why we can't fast track this.
Is there any way to fast track that? Like, I'm asking curiosity.
Design, I would say, there's very limited things we can do for design. Design takes the amount of time that it takes. As they have been working, they have been given and taken, all of the architects have been given and taken as much as possible to the schedule to accommodate what we need. The areas that we can help you kind of tighten up that schedule is the bid process. There are some contract areas that we go pretty quickly to make sure that we're kind of buy you back in a couple weeks or a month based off of the allotted schedule that they have. For instance, they may have 45 days or 60 days for bidding. It won't take us that amount of time. We typically do it within 6 weeks. So we're able to kind of cut back on some of that time frame.
Because I know some design, I know we have a bunch of designs for that particular site. We got about 3 or 4. So can we reuse some of those and save us some time from having to do that? Or this is just a legality of it?
One, it's a legality. 2, there was also, when you go back and forth between a story option, 1-story, 2-story, they present some challenges. There was also an addition of a carpool. It was an extensive carpool drive that was of conversation that was pushing you about $3 million out of budget. So they were doing what we call feasibility studies. They're letting you know before we begin to start to spend your design money and start your clock on design, this is how much money it's going to cost you before we start your design clock.
Can we hold a meeting, same kind of with the punch tool?
Yep.
Can we hold a meeting with our architects and you guys to see if we can fast track something with some design work to
And talk about it.
to bring up that breaking ground date?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I would just, and we just got out of their way, so it's hard to criticize them
No.
much. We were holding them up for quite some time, so hopefully we don't get back in their way.
Thank you. We also have Independence Leadership. So Independence Leadership's groundbreaking is June 2026. This is one of those projects that once we came on, we've been able to just go. We've been able to fast track and keep it in alignment with the schedule. They were already in a design phase when we came on. We picked up where they were. They're in alignment with budget. They're in alignment with scope. So they're opening, their groundbreaking time is in alignment with their original schedule. Their cost per square foot projected is about $331. Any questions?
I'm totally confused about all of it, because Champ Cooper's got the biggest growth of anybody in the whole parish based on all data, and we're going to be pushed a whole year back. I mean, I'm just totally blown away here by all this, because the design phases have been being done for so long that it's just unreal that because y'all weren't involved with it, the designs were not good or accountable or whatever the problem is.
No,
I don't
ma'am,
know
that's
what
not the
problem is,
case.
but
No,
we
ma'am,
need a
that's-
meeting.
That's not the case. The case with the designs is simply contractual. It's called a B101, which is the contract that the architect signed with the owner. If you allot them 300 design days, the contract says that a design kickoff, that is when their time frame starts. They had a design kickoff. That's why Independence Leadership, for instance, Lucille Neeson, for instance, they had design kickoffs before we came on board. They were already on go. We ran with the project. We didn't stop them. We didn't start them back. We started where they were. We corrected anything that had to do with budget, any issues with scope, and we're in alignment. We have followed the contractual process when it comes to all of the schools, and that is why the time frame is the way it is.
So it was our fault then, somebody's fault. We were not in the design phase. after we talked about it for so many months
Who
and months
who are the
and years.
architects for Independence Leadership?
That's Domain and Greenleaf. It's a joint venture. We are almost finished. We have LaRonja High School. This is the GGB. They are in alignment as well. Their groundbreaking is November 2026. They have a DD set that is due coming up in April. So we'll be able to schedule a meeting with those individuals who are on serving for that school as well. And we can talk about what their design set is looking like.
What about LaRonja Auditorium?
That's on there.
Okay.
Lastly, we have Chesborough Elementary School for those Phase 2 projects. This is with Alvin Fairburn and Associates. They are also in design development right now. Their set is due March 6th, and they have a groundbreaking of November 2026 as well.
Did I miss LaRonja High's edition?
November 2026.
Can you go back to it?
I'm sorry.
I must have got distracted.
Amanda, can you go
I
back
was
to
talking to somebody
LaRonja?
else.
See, it's
Go
Rose.
back to you.
I told y'all it's not me, it's Rose. Y'all blame
The
me?
groundbreaking is November 2026. The process of design that they're in is design development. They have a design submittal due April 13th, and we can kind of do the same meeting that they're requesting to review that design set. And they have, their cost per square foot right now is about $350.
So we're still within scope and budget on.
As of now, yes, sir.
No holdup so far, okay.
No holdups.
Go down a little bit, Ms. Amanda.
And then I mentioned Chesborough, so I'll go over that one more time. The budget cost per square foot is $350 as of now. The groundbreaking is November 2026. They also have a design development set due March 6th.
Was this attached to our?
No.
No, I was gonna say, can we get a copy of this?
Send this to us, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
And whoever the contractor is at Woodland Park, I want to give them kudos. They are doing a great job. It looks great. They're moving along real fast. And every time I drive by, it looks like something new has popped up overnight. So whoever's doing it, they're doing a wonderful job.
That's kudos to there.
Yeah.
Lastly, RFQs. So we have Phase 3. We were tasked with revising and kind of refining your RFQ solicitation for designers, architects, for your Phase 3 projects. We have submitted the packet of what is standard for us, and we have customized it for your school district. That is in review as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any other questions, concerns?
A lot of concerns.
Yeah, a lot of concerns. All right. Anything from the audience? If no other questions, we'll adjourn this meeting.
You still have.
Still got. He's like, good, I get to go.
There's nothing left on my
Yes, under construction, B.
Item B.
We still on construction updates.
Not a gym.
There you go. Okay. Got to get used to this new system, Miss Amanda.
All right, so Woodland Park, this is one of the Phase 2 projects we kicked off early last year, or middle of last year. We're set for substantial completion in mid-August, early August. I'm sorry, I am so sorry. Early April of this year. Currently, progress photos above. We're currently working with Integer to work out some kinks on electrical over there, and also in the process of getting some quotes for furniture for approval. You can scroll. Advanced Career Center. This project here is going to be one of the ones that'll be upcoming for bid advertisement, I would say in the next, hopefully 2 to 3 months. We are scheduling a meeting for this Friday on the 29th for our last drawing review set to work out some kinks on a few things. We was asked to phase out the, what is it called? The Pro Start side of the building, so we can go ahead and get that one up and running for the 2026-27 school year. You keep going. Some more drawings. O.W. Dillon carpool canopy. These drawings, we're pretty far along on this one here. Actually, we're in construction documents. I would say we're going to meet probably one more time on this, and we'll be looking to go out for advertisement on this project as well for the carpool canopy, and we're looking to start it up during the summer when school is out, so we aren't interrupting the carpool. This is a smaller project, the new warehouse build over here by the central office. I think we're gonna be receiving construction documents this month also on that for review, to review alignment on those and possibly get that out to bid as well. Project High softball press box. This one here is currently out for advertisement now. We had a quick walkthrough today with GGB and the contractors for this job here. And like seal quotes are due February 3rd. And you keep going. We're gonna skip all of this. It's just little minor updates. Keep on going. Rancho High Auditorium.
Here we go.
This one here. So I'm shooting to get this one out for bids mid-February after, what is that holiday called? After Mardi Gras. Currently, I just returned CD review set to the architects on that. So that's where we are currently with that one. And I think that's pretty much all of the major ones.
On that one, have we set that with LaRonja?
Rancho Auditorium, yes.
I know nothing about LaRonge Auditorium. Everybody that calls wants to know what's going on. I had someone call me the other day that said the bathroom's been flooding in the auditorium, that it's going through all the floors, and nothing's been done in this auditorium. And I know no answers to any of the questions that they have, because nobody's ever contacted me.
Sorry about
They're
that.
saying that's happening at the elementary auditorium or the high school?
The old auditorium that's not being used, that hasn't had a roof on it since Ida, it's just dwindling down because nobody's taking care of it. The bathroom is just flooding when water comes in, when it rains. So it's going to take a lot to redo this building because we let it sit for so long and it has become more damaged than what we did during Ida.
We'll
What's the
take care of
estimate?
it.
It's going out for bid for contractors? you
Yeah,
said?
it's gonna be going out
In
for
mid-February?
advertisement in mid-February.
So it's going to go out for bid in February. It'll be another year before we even start on it, I'm sure.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
That everybody? All right. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so at the last meeting, we were discussing the Champ Cooper phase, whether it was two-story, one-story. Request was made for 10 classroom addition and gym to be added to phase 3. So we're asking approval to add that to the RFQs that'll be going out for architects.
Make a motion to get RFQs for Champ Cooper Phase 3 to be added to our list.
Second.
Call the question.
Thank you.
Call for a vote. Ms. Amanda?
Abrams,
Yes.
Mr. Anthony,
Yes.
Miss Rose,
Yes.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Piazza,
Yes.
Miss Richards,
Yes.
Mr. Toller,
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Is there anything else to discuss? If not, the meeting is adjourned.